Hi guys, it's Nirmal back again with a new video. I welcome you all to a brand new episode. So today we'll be looking at flame violets or epicias, and we'll also try to set a vertical garden with these plants. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned. So in today's video, I'll show you guys how I did a DIY vertical garden for these beautiful plants. Also, along the way, we'll discuss some of the care guide for these group of plants. So let's get into the video now. So guys, Epicias belong to Gisneriaceae family, which is also the same family that contains African violets, which is a crowd favorite. They are stars when it comes to shade gardening and bringing color into the shade garden. So friends, we'll take a look at 20 different cultivars of Episcia that I have in my collection. What you're seeing right now is burning ember with dark brown leaves and pink flowers. So this particular cultivar is called as Episcia emerald. It has green leaves with red blooms. The leaves being green is the reason why it's called as emerald. Third on our list is one of my favorite cultivar called as Amazon Lady. The leaf markings are so beautiful on this particular cultivar. The blooms are red and the leaf is extremely textured, making it very unique. This next one is also pretty special. The leaves are so metallic and has a hue of pink to it. It's called as Jim's Velvet Star, and the flowers are also very unique. It has a speckled flower with orange to red tones to it. Fifth one we'll be seeing is a beautiful maroon leafed cultivar called as Pink Smooth. I'm not sure whether it is Pink Smooth, but this is the best ID I got. If any of you know the correct ID, you can let me know in the comments below. This next Episcia cultivar also is something that I cannot identify. If any of you know its correct ID, please let me know. The interesting thing about this one is that it had brown markings on the leaf and gradually it started losing it and turned completely green. So the seventh variety we are gonna see is Malayan Gem. It is very similar to Pink Smooth, but the difference is this one has a very furry texture while Pink Smooth was very metallic and glossy. Both of them have red flowers, by the way. So coming on number 8, we have Episcia Lil Lemon. It has light green furry leaves and a very attractive pink flower. It's a very common variety comparatively, and it's one of my favorite because I love the pink and green combination. Compared to the others, it's a fast grower as well. So friends, now we have Episcia Strawberry Patch. It's one of the most fascinating cultivar because its leaves are so metallic and they have red blooms. I love this one. 10th on our list is a cultivar called Tard's Cheetah. I think I have a small doubt about the name. Anyways, that's the best identification I got for this particular cultivar. It's pretty common around here and you can easily source it from most garden centers. It's an easy grower with red blooms. So friends, as usual, I am reminding you guys to check out my channel. I have a lot of videos there. Also consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. Press the bell notification button for further updates from the channel and select the all option. Okay friends, now we have a cultivar named Faded Jade. I see this as the green version of Tard Cheetah because they look extremely similar, only that this one is the green version of the other cultivar. The flowers are red and it's comparatively an easy grower. At number 12, we have a wonderful cultivar called as Strawberry Mist. No doubt this is one of my favorite because it has literally pink metallic leaves. It doesn't even need a flower, but still it gives us very bright red flowers. It's one of my top picks from the 20. 13th on our list is a cultivar named Silver Line, and it is so aptly named because you can clearly see the silver markings all over the leaf. It is also having a very textured leaf, so that also makes it very interesting. Next variety is called Tiger Path, and it is so similar to Silver Line, but the only difference being the markings are in golden color. Coming at number 15 is a very easy to grow cultivar called Magnificent. It has really marked green leaves with bright red flowers. It is a fast grower and comparatively easy to keep. It highly resembles the cultivar Emerald. The 16th cultivar we are going to see is called Cocoa Cream, and it's very aptly named because of the very dark colored leaves. The leaves also have a touch of pink to it, and overall the color combination is very unique. I absolutely adore the color as well as the texture on this leaf. At number 17, we have a cultivar named Moonlight. I love the color combination on this particular leaf. It's a very subtle way of mixing colors and it's so beautiful. 18th on our list of Epicias is called a chocolate soldier. It's a very common and popular choice. The contrast of colors and the overall design of its leaf is so unique and beautiful, not to mention the bright red blooms it gives. It's relatively an easy grower and is one of my top picks. So this cultivar is called as an Episcia Emerald Velvet, and it's so aptly named because the leaves are almost velvety and cloth-like. So friends, the 20th and the last variety we'll be seeing today is Episcia Blue Nile. This particular variety produces blue toned flowers and is one of the most unique Epicias in my collection. Sadly, it's not in bloom. That might be the case for many of the Epicias I showed today, but in future videos I'll try to showcase them. So now we'll take a look at how we can arrange these beautiful plants in a vertical garden. So friends, now we'll start making the vertical garden stand. For that you need an old paint bucket or any other plastic utensil to make as the base. You'll need a pipe of 3-inch or 4-inch diameter. You'll also need mesh. Here I have taken a mesh and made it into a square tube. The measurement for the openings is almost 1/2 inch. So a 1/2 inch square mesh. So as you guys can see, I have made a square cross-sectioned loop of mesh that will support 4 different vertical garden pots towards 4 different faces. I have counted 6 squares on one face and then gave it a bend. So when you cut the sheet, always remember to leave some poking ends so that you can use them to tie at the end. Here you can see I have used a plier and just bent them into place so that they lock each other. So next what I did was I mixed up concrete and I filled it up into the bucket that I showed you earlier. Then I placed the pipe in center of the bucket and waited for 2 days for the cement to cure. So for making the concrete I used 3 parts aggregate or sand to 1 part cement and 1 part water. So now we have created a very sturdy and reliable support for your vertical garden. Now just place the mesh as I just placed around the pipe, and now we have to fill the space between the pipe and the mesh with some sort of pebbles or stones to just keep it in place. As for the bucket, I didn't plan to leave the bucket on, but when I tried to unmold it, it was so stuck that I thought of leaving it as it is. And you could either paint the bucket, or here I just used coir ropes to cover up the bucket. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to fill the gap between the mesh and the pipe with some jelly stones that we use for construction. You can also go for fancier pebbles, which will be much more attractive, but I don't have anything lying around like that, so I'm going with this. You can totally avoid this step if you are using a bigger pipe, that is a 4 to 6 inch dia pipe. Here my pipe is too slender and there is so much extra space for them to wiggle around, and that is the reason why I filled it with pebbles. You can fill the pebbles all the way to the top, but I won't be doing that right now because I have to move this around. So now you can start arranging your vertical garden pots as per your design. Make sure to leave a sufficient gap between each levels of pot so that the plant has enough space to grow. Also consider the growing habits, the color, the texture and overall requirement of your cultivar before placing it on the stand. So guys, here you can see I have finally finished arranging all 20 pots onto the stand. I have made 5 levels of pot, for each, totally adding up to 20 pots. A big thanks to my dear friend Sumi, who is a specialist in Epicias, from whom I got most of these plants. Her YouTube channel link is down in the description below.
So guys, don't forget to check out my Instagram page, Nandanam_exotics. It's a sister account to this YouTube page and I do updates there as well. You can also contact me for further details regarding plants I showcase here.
So guys, as I mentioned, I have relocated it to the front of my house and here it will be growing for the coming days. I hope this spot is bright enough for Epicias to grow healthy. So this is the final look. I have to still fill the pebbles up to the top, but I'll do that later after the video. Here we have used epicias, which are hanging plants and will grow downwards, so regular maintenance is required to keep up the beauty of this system. So preventing overgrowth by regularly pruning your plant and keeping a healthy schedule of fertilizing will keep the system going for a long time.
So guys, this is the finished product, a tower garden full of epicias. I really had this in my head for a long time and finally I got to materialize it. So hope you guys like it. I hope it grows nicely over here. I'll update you guys. So one thing we have to keep in mind when you set something in a circular way or facing all direction is to always rotate it occasionally to get even lighting to all the plants. So I am planning to rotate it a quarter every week.
So friends, I thought I'll give you a shot of night time and how epicias look during the night. They are wonderful plants and they reflect a lot of light, so it's really beautiful to take pictures during the night. Now we'll briefly discuss on how to care for your epicias. They prefer a bright spot in your garden but never direct sun. The direct sun can easily scorch the leaf of your epicea and can cause burns. Water your epicea collection only when you feel like they are going a little bit limpy, or in other words, when the top layer of soil dries out. Try not to get the leaves wet while you water the plant because that can lead to a lot of infections. Always maintain good hygiene around the plant and regularly remove dead and dying leaves. This can prevent a lot of infections and you can keep your plant healthy. Overwatering can be one of the most common reasons why people lose their epicias, so be very careful while you give them water. Always use a well-draining soil for your epicea so that there won't be any issues related to root rot. I'll be soon doing a video especially for propagating epicias. There are several ways you can propagate an epicea, so we'll take a deeper look into that in another video.
So friends, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys like the Episcia special video we did today. I hope you guys try this out as well. So until next week, it's Nirmal signing off.